Welcome to the Book Buzz Show with Cheryl, where we dive into the captivating world of books. Here at the Book Buzz Show, we encourage you to make your pages turn with joy and immerse yourself in a magical literary experience. Enjoy the show. Welcome to the Book Buzz Show with Cheryl, where we dive into the captivating world of books. Here at the Book Buzz Show, we encourage you to make your pages turn with joy and immerse yourself in a magical literary experience. Enjoy the show.
Hello, and welcome to the Book Buzz Show. I'm your host, Cheryl Brooks. If you are new here, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back. If you enjoy the upcoming show, please like, subscribe, and follow the broadcast. Especially like the broadcast because it'll help the show get noticed. We have a great show in store for you this evening. We have our guest tonight, author Danielle Allen. And this is her second time on the show. It's been a while, though, so I'm excited to have her back. And the book that we'll be discussing this evening is, let me see, let me pull it up. All right, Plus Size Player, and it's on the screen for those watching. And those listening later, again, that's Plus Size Player by Danielle Allen, USA Today bestselling author Danielle Allen. All right. So we're going to get right into it. And I can't remember I asked you this last time, Danielle, and welcome to the show again.
Thank you for having me.
But if you can just give us a brief how you got started as far as professionally writing, how did you first get published, all of that?
So I started in 2013. I had a list of 30 things I wanted to do before I turned 30. And the number one thing on that list was to write a book. So I wrote Back to Life and I published it that same, like I finished it and then published it within weeks apart. And I fell in love with the just the act of writing, the act of creating in that way. And so started then, never stopped. I started writing full time in 2016.
Okay.
All of this has been indie. And then in 2020 or my first traditionally published work came to be. In 2022, I had a uh, I had a list of different things I wanted to do, and it was a it was the end of the year. I was feeling like, all right, this is my vision board, and one of the things was I wanted a book to be turned into a movie. And then I knew that to do that, more often than not, it needed to be traditionally published. In order to get traditionally published, you needed to have an agent. So I was
Mm-hmm.
like, all right, well, then I'll start there and I'll put get an agent on my vision board. 2 weeks later, I'm on a call and Ashley Antoinette asked me if I want her to be my agent. And I was like, that's so funny because I had just talked to God about this. And then like from there, like I started working on I was still because my full-time job is to write, I couldn't write a full book and dedicate all my time to that because bills. So I was
Right.
writing
Yeah.
thing, two things at once, and that slowed me down. But then once I wrote enough, um, then Ashley like got me in front of right people, like got me in front of Monique, and they were interested in the Curve series. So then we signed a contract with them and that so the Curve series has become my first traditional offering to the world.
Okay.
But And that was, again, I started writing in 2013. I started writing full time in 2016, but I didn't
Hmm.
have a traditional deal until 2023 officially. Like the contract wasn't signed until 2023, and the
I
book
love
didn't come
that
out
though. I
until
love
2023.
how you had your vision of what you wanted, your goals that you had set, and you did what
Mhm.
you needed to do to make it happen. I love that because I'm a planner too, so I'm always and I'm always writing stuff down and going back and say, okay, am I still in the same mindset and make
Mhm.
tweaks to where I need to make it. So I love that though,
Mhm.
Yes,
manifesting it,
thank you. Yes,
making
got
it happen.
to. You got to see it, you got to believe it, and you got to trust God to make it happen. I mean, you also got to put in the work, but like,
Yeah.
Right,
you got
right,
to see it
right.
first. If you don't see it for yourself, then no matter how much work you put in,
Yeah.
it's not gonna come to be because you don't see it for yourself first.
Hmm. I love that. Hello,
Mhm.
Miss JB. Welcome to the show.
Welcome.
And let's see, we have Francis out there. Welcome, Francis.
Hey, Francis.
And JB is saying, welcome, Danielle. We have Miss
Thank you.
Ola. How you doing?
Hey,
Ola,
Miss
thank you for
Ola.
joining us. Miss Magnolia Reeds. Uh-oh. We've been having some technical issues, so bear with us tonight, everyone. Uh-oh, look like she went right back out. Okay, let's see. No, it's not. She may need to try a different. Okay,
Is that
you're
better?
back. I was gonna say you may need to try a different device if it doesn't. But you're back.
I switched from the hotel Wi-Fi to just being on my hotspot because clearly that
Oh,
the
okay,
hotel Wi-Fi
yeah.
was being unreliable.
Oh my goodness. We working. You gonna work it out though. So hopefully that'll work your hotspot.
Yes.
Okay, so this is something that I love to hear from authors too. What advice would you give to someone just starting out in their writing journey?
Hmm.
Do it. Do it. Don't stop being the barrier that is in the way of your dream.
Mm,
There are so many things that are going to come to be that you can't control. Don't let you be one of those things that's stopping you from getting it done.
I love that. I love that, and it's so true. It's so true.
We get in our own way
Hmm.
so often, and there's real life stuff that can happen that would like truly get in the way.
Right,
So
right,
we need to make sure that we aren't stopping us from doing whatever it is we need to do.
right,
And that way, if something does occur, it's like, okay, this is an outside thing, let me deal with that. Or
Right.
this is a medical thing, this is a family thing, whatever. But don't let it be, I'm scared. Don't
yes,
let it be,
Yeah.
I don't know if I can. Don't
right.
let it be self doubt that's keeping you from making the moves that you need to make to write the stories that you want to write.
Love it, love it. And it's true in any aspect of your life, actually, as far as standing in your own way. Um,
Mm-hmm.
all right, so this is some things that I started asking romance authors. What's a favorite romantic gesture made by one of your characters that stands out to you?
Absolutely.
Or it looked like it might be a delay. Uh-oh. Hi, Sherelle. Thank you for joining us. Yes, you did. Yes, you
You
did.
hated it.
It's all right, Danielle. We go.
Listen, I feel like it kicked me off of my own hotspot to go back to the Wi-Fi. Like the Wi-Fi said, "No, I got this,"
Right,
and
right.
just switched me over without consulting me or
Hey, what do you
anything.
think you're doing? Right.
Right? I'm like, I
No, she
honestly did
didn't.
not. Right? It said not allowed.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so I was asking, what's a favorite romantic gesture made by one of your characters that stands out to you?
Mm. So thinking about plus size player and specifically, there was an activity, a helicopter ride, if you will,
Mm,
Mm-hmm.
that
Mm-hmm.
mm,
Nina was taken on, and it wasn't just everything that took place on the helicopter ride. It
right.
was like the due diligence into where it was
Oh yeah.
environment that it like to go the extra mile to not just book it, to not just like plan the date,
Right.
Mm-hmm.
be intentional about it because it's like, oh, I know this is something that you would like and this is something you haven't done before,
Right.
but also making sure that you're comfortable in it and that there is no situation that could come up, no foreseen situation that could come up that he hadn't thought about and already accounted for. I think
Mm-hmm.
that was just so unbelievably sweet because it's like you didn't just think of something to do, you wanted to make sure I was good.
Right.
That
And I
is.
love that.
And that's one of
Hey.
my favorite scenes that I have listed too.
Uh,
So
Ah,
it's good that I was like, yeah, that was one of my standout
yeah.
moments. Hello, Miss DL White. Welcome,
Hi.
welcome.
Welcome.
I'm gonna have to have you back on the show too.
Mhm.
Okay. And Antoinette was saying that was great advice that you gave.
It
thank
Um,
is.
you.
yeah.
That is.
Okay, so this is another one that I like to ask romance authors. What's
Mhm.
the most overused romance cliche that you secretly love?
So I okay. Okay, so first and foremost, I am an advocate for safe sex.
Okay.
To be
Okay.
clear,
Yeah.
I feel like you should wrap it up.
Yeah.
Right.
You should take control of your own sexual health.
Yes.
You should ask for like test results, like have those conversations.
Yeah.
But in books, I feel like, you know,
The fantasy.
if they out now they're fictional. So them being out here raw and just like I want it right now, there's no discussion. Like I try to be mindful in most of my books, I will have them have had the talk or
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
there's some but I love a good like all right, let's get it going.
That
And like
Yeah.
spontaneity, yeah.
yeah, like and there's no condom in sight. There's no we just raw dogging it. Like we just that's what we're doing. I
That's what
love
we're
it. I
doing.
do. I love it. But
You know what? You're
but
the
it
first one
do
who said that too.
I
I
know.
love it.
I know. I love it though.
Usually it's secret baby or something like that. But
Sugar
yeah, I
baby.
love it.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
I feel now a baby is how that would be the
Right, right, right.
is
That would be the
like
result of this. Right,
because you out here doing anything,
right.
not wrapping up, nothing. I feel like no
That's
talk of
true.
an IUD. Like so he came in you, and so
Yeah.
okay, we're just good. We're letting that happen.
Which is okay.
But I mean, in real life, it was if it was my friend coming to me with that, I'd be like, girl, like first of all, we
Right.
need to get to a
Right,
clinic.
right, right.
Like make sure you good, and then like let's not do that no more. Let's
Right.
get you on an
Right, right, right.
IUD. But like in a book, I'm like,
Yeah. And you know what's
uh,
funny
uh,
though? What's funny is she said
Miss
free falling.
Magnolia Reed said free falling.
And what's funny is sometimes I will go back. Oh, lost her again.
Right.
Where did she go back
Oh,
on?
here she is. Okay.
That is so funny. You know, sometimes look.
It's
It's all right. It's all right. It's all right.
Look
We
at
working
you.
it out. Okay, what were you saying, Katina?
No, I was just saying. I think we lost her again. Literally, as soon as we lost.
I feel like it's playing games with me. I'm gonna see if I switch to my phone, if that
Oh
would
yeah, that
make
might
the
work.
That might be
difference.
better.
Because I was trying
Mhm.
to be on my computer and like, let me see if it'll let me in.
Not
But
cooperating.
it don't want to cooperate with me at all.
Katina, what were you saying as far as
Oh, as far as like um the men like putting on a condom. Sometimes when you're reading and like you're in the moment, you like I and they're into it. I go
Mhm.
back like, wait, was there a condom? And I
Right? And I do that too. Yep,
right,
yep.
you do that.
Yep.
And no, I don't see one. So, I'm not mad at it. I just have to go verify. Like, what's that? I don't
Like,
know
or
why
did
that's
or
important to me,
or at
but
least like you said, have some kind of discussion, right? Okay, what you want to stay or okay.
There we go.
All right. So
She said free falling.
all right. So when you're in the mood for a good romance, Danielle, what is your go-to movie for a good romance?
oh, okay. So it used to be Love Jones, but then I realized I really just like the poetry because my adult brain. So when I saw it as a child, I was
Right.
like, oh, Lorenz Tate, first of all.
Right.
But then
Right.
also like the poetry and it just has that feel to it. Then I saw it again as an adult and I said, wait a minute, what is this? What is this mess? what what have they been trying to trick me to believe? So I will say that what do I feel like there's so many different things that I like, but I'm trying to think what I can't think of a romance that I've like repeated and not looked because like my favorite movies from like forever, they just were my favorite movies.
Right.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh, look like you froze for a minute, Danielle. Hopefully it'll
Ooh.
pick back up.
That's interesting about Love Jones because I kind of felt the same.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, it was different. I don't know.
Katina was just saying it's funny about Love Jones because she actually thought the same thing about when she
Different.
rewatched it as an adult.
I don't know. I don't know.
What
Yeah,
did you all think? What was it about it
it's
that
a
made you
whole
all think
different
something was
thing. And
different?
it's like, but then when you think about what we are then conditioned to believe is romance, what
Mm.
they tell us is romance.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's true. Uh-uh.
Are you there, Danielle? Look like it's a okay.
My
There
Like,
you
my
you
phone
guys,
was now I'm just gonna be on.
it's just too both.
If one cut off, I'm gonna mute the other one and just
go.
jump
Okay.
on because it's trying to sabotage me. This feels like a setup by
Like
Time,
something is right.
and I feel like I'm not participating in in their shenanigans, and so I'm I'm just gonna go back and forth,
Right,
and
right,
so
right. And we gonna work this out. We're gonna work it out. Okay, so we gonna get into the book and the characters. Um,
okay.
for those who haven't read
Yeah.
Plus Size Player yet, can you give a brief overview of what it's about?
So Plus Size Player is the second book in the Curve series. So the first one is Curvy Girl Summer that follows Aaliyah and her journey. Nina's story is plus size player. Nina, Aaliyah, and Jasmine are three best friends, and their stories all happen over the same summer, over the same time period. Aaliyah's story starts at the end of June and goes until the end of August.
Okay.
Nina's story starts at the beginning of August and goes to the middle of September. And
Mm.
then Jasmine's story starts in August, starts in June, and then you see what happens for her summer, but then it goes through the fall. So you get to see glimpses of other people in Jasmine's book because Jasmine's goes through the fall. But
Mm.
plus size player takes place August through mid September, and she Nina is the kind of woman who has seen real love. Her parents are the quintessential love story, and so she's like, all right, what they have is special.
Right.
What they have is beautiful. I don't know if that is realistic for me to ask for me to look for. So instead of wasting my time trying to like make that happen, I can just date and enjoy myself. And so that's what
Mm-hmm.
she does. She dates and
Mhm.
she's enjoying the dating process because she's not looking for the one. She's
Right.
like, it would be too difficult to find one man who is going to have all the things. So you get to see Nina balancing her dating life and enjoying it. Whereas Aaliyah's story, she was like stressed and a little frustrated because she was looking for the one.
Yeah.
And for most people, looking for the one takes time.
Mm-hmm.
Nina's not worried about looking for the one, so she is having a time, and she's mixing and mingling with all the men.
All the men.
Right. Because basically she feels like you said, one man is not going to give her everything that she's looking for. So she
Right.
has her favorites that gives her each a different aspect of what or different personality trait of what she's looking for.
Right.
Um,
Absolutely. Why stress over one man, looking for that one man, when you can just enjoy several men and be fulfilled in that way?
mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I love the dates too. I can't remember what's the smart guy. What the smart guy's name?
Is
Uh,
that I wrote it down? The smart guy
I don't
is
remember either.
Tyrell.
Tyrell.
Yes.
Tyrell,
Okay.
something like that.
Oh,
Tyrell.
okay.
Tyrell.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So
Yes.
the smart guy is Tyrell. The fun guy is Russ. The
Uh-huh.
funny one is James,
Yes.
who's a little younger than she is, and the
Mm,
romantic guy is Drew.
true. Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And so she goes on these dates with the guys, and I thought it was interesting that normally it's the other way around where the guy is the player
Yeah.
and dating, and but it's usually the woman who wants more. In this, it was the guys who were always, who were catching
Mhm.
feelings and wanted more from her. But she wasn't interested. And
Oh,
so I thought that was interesting. What made you decide to take that route where you flipped it?
because too often, um, I feel like Nina dates the way we should date. Nina dates in the way that she is enjoying herself. That's how it should be. You
Mhm.
should be dating and enjoying yourself before locking into one person that you want to
Right.
like explore more with. And I love the thought of her just being like, yeah, and this is not stemming from like, oh, I didn't have, because like, you know how they'll say, oh, there's must be
Mhm.
daddy issues, or there must be,
Right.
you must not have seen
Right.
love. No, she has seen love. That's why she's doing it. And her
Mhm.
parents encourage her to do it because they're like, no, you're not going to settle for just anybody.
Right.
Don't just be with somebody because he's a nice guy or because he bought you a dinner. Like, you,
Right.
if when you decide that you want to be with somebody who you feel like is a your perfect match, who
Mhm.
is like your like twin flame, that person that really sees you and wants to see you grow and wants to grow with you. Don't
Mhm.
just settle for just anybody just because like you have a good time, or because like you enjoy what they do for a living, or what they do to you. Like,
Right.
but too often in real life, that is how the decision is being made. And so I wanted to show that it necessarily have to come from a place of, oh, like there's a wound and I'm not being fulfilled in some way. She's very fulfilled and happy in her life. And so the man who would take her off the market would have to be somebody who brought value to her life, but
Right.
also that she felt something real for. And I feel like we don't hear that messaging enough as women. I feel like and no matter like who you date, it seems like the pressure of like, oh, when are you getting married, when are you having kids,
Mhm.
when are you
Mhm.
Yeah,
doing
yeah,
when
yeah.
are you doing these things,
Right.
but
Mhm.
not like, when are you finding that person that makes your soul, that sets your soul on fire?
Right.
When are you finding that, you know what I mean? Like the ask is different, the
Right.
messaging is different. And so I wanted to show that there's other ways that we should be dating, and to find who it is that, and it, you don't have to have a roster, like, but
Right.
you should date and see if you're enjoying yourself, and not just be like, oh, well, I mean, I guess he's nice, so, or I guess she's nice, I'll settle down. Like, no,
Right.
like,
Right.
Right.
date, and like, how do you feel? Like, it should be about you, not always necessarily about like what society feels you should do.
I agree.
What
And
I
then,
think go
no,
ahead.
go ahead, Katina.
What I think was interesting was the I guess the opinion of the men that about the way she was dating. Because they made comments like you give cheater vibes and things like
Oh
that.
yeah, some of them. Yeah,
You know
for
what I
sure.
mean? And it was kind of
Mhm.
interesting. Like you said, when you flip the script, it's
Mhm.
like, because she's carrying on this way, she's like a cheater. And she was like, no, I haven't cheated on anybody. And so that,
Right.
I guess they
It's
were
like,
trying to
I'm very
protect the
clear.
ego at the same time. I don't know. But
Right. And I do love that she was upfront from the
yeah,
beginning. She let them know that she was dating multiple. It's not just you,
it's not just
and
you.
Yes,
you're free to date as well.
Yeah.
So it was,
exactly.
it was no where they like saw the person I was saw her out with somebody else and then got offended or something like that because she
Right.
made it known from the beginning. Um, JB is saying that's an awesome analogy on dating. Find that fun guy out of the bunch, but keep your options wide open. Right. Yeah. And then you see it too, like when you see
Absolutely.
like when you're young and you fall for somebody really hard, and you will see like your parents, sometimes parents will be like, okay, you need to keep your options
Yeah.
open, before
Keep
you
it
settle
moving.
down with just one person. You know, explore a little bit and see what's out there. So it's that same mindset as far as um is no pressure to say, okay, I have to settle, like you said, for this person because I'm getting up in age or my biological clock is ticking, all the stuff that we hear and feel
Mhm.
that'll have us making decisions that maybe are not the right decisions.
And she had
Exactly.
so much confidence. Like,
She
that's
did.
one of the things I loved about her because even through the comments that everyone was making about her size and the
Hmm.
waitresses and the guys that are approaching her, and when she turned them down, and she just always flipped it and made them feel
I loved how she
stupid.
got back at him. Man, I loved it. I loved it.
Yes.
She made them feel this small.
Yeah, she made it that as
As they should.
Right, right.
well.
Oh
Love that.
man. Right, JB. Men date several women and think none of it true.
Nothing of it.
Exactly. And the thing is that they do it, think nothing of it, and then unfortunately women also think nothing of it when they do it. But
Right.
if a woman does the same thing, then they join in on the, oh, she a hoe type
Right,
Mhm.
of rhetoric.
Mhm.
right.
Mhm.
But
Mhm.
it's like, what's the difference?
Hmm.
Like, because Nina wasn't sleeping with all the guys, because you don't have to sleep with
No.
everyone you're
Right.
dating.
Right.
And like, that's what people, I think people sometimes miss that. Like, I mean, and if she was, that still wouldn't make her like a
Right,
hoe.
right.
But like, she wasn't.
Right.
But like, you are, and you should date when you're single and you're honest and upfront and you're getting to know people. Someone has to step up and earn the opportunity to be with you, and she knew that she was a prize, and so her confidence came from like, it was instilled in her
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
because her parents were like, you're amazing,
Yeah.
you're
Right.
beautiful, like
Absolutely.
you're so smart, like you can take over the world. And like, but they also like knew how to humble her too, like when her mom was like, no, you need to be a real model, like you're so pretty, you should be a real model, not that thing you just posted on the on the internet,
Right,
Right.
like
right.
you
Right.
just
But you
Right.
know
real
what? It's
IG
so funny
model.
that but I can relate a lot because you get these backhanded compliments.
Yeah.
Oh, you'd be so pretty if you just lose a little weight.
Um.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
um, but yeah, I experienced some of that too. But JB is saying she fell head over heels in love as a teenager and what followed was children and marriage, and that that's cool because I also am with my husband and we started out young, so it just depends on what your journey is.
And everybody's journey is different.
Right.
I know people who like they dated in high school and then they are still happily married now. I know
Mhm.
people who dated in high school, broke up in college. I
Right.
know people who like dated their childhood sweetheart, broke up,
Mm-hmm.
and then after they got divorced, got
That
remarried
yeah.
and are so like,
Yeah.
there's so many different journeys that like there's not one journey that's right. You just got to find the journey that's right for you
Right.
and do what it is but just don't settle no matter what it is that you're doing. Don't settle just because it's there. If you're choosing each other, no matter how long or short it's been, like I feel like in different relationships, I've been in situations where we knew very, very, very quickly.
Hmm.
And others where it was like, time, it was like, oh, wow, you know who I
Mm-hmm.
have a feeling for? This
Mm-hmm.
person over here. But like, that, so you just never know how it's going to play out. But you just have to be true to yourself. And so Nina's truth was that I look at Aaliyah over there stressed all summer,
Yes.
Right.
wasting this whole summer.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
While Nina was like, you're not doing it right. Like, why are you looking for, like, you're looking for the one instead of just going out and having fun.
Right.
And if he happens to be the one,
Right.
Right.
cool. But like your focus is, okay, I'm dating intentionally. I want to find my man,
Yeah.
which that's cool. But that is a harder journey because
Hmm.
like you know what it is that you want and you're looking for that exact thing, as opposed to, oh, like I want to go to the art museum and this person loves art too. So like let's
Right.
go
Right.
enjoy this experience together and see what's up.
Right.
I love that. Um,
Like there's this invisible checklist going on off in your
right.
head.
Right.
The
Right.
whole
Right.
time you're out, you're like, it's
Right.
Right.
You
Right.
need, you need this and this.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
You know what I love too? I love the banter between Nina's parents and
Oh my gosh.
yeah, they were so cute and
I love them.
especially when the father when he was there was when Nina was saying you need to take mom out sometime and he said I just took her out and they were like that was 2 months ago.
Two
Right,
months
a
ago,
couple
probably.
months ago. Like, what are you talking about?
He said
But
that
in his
was
bad
two.
it was just I just took her out.
In his mind. But you see how as soon as he was like called in on it, he
Yeah.
made
Yeah,
the change. And so
He
she's
said,
seeing that intentionality. Like, is his in his mind, we just went out the other
yeah.
right.
day. The other day was 2 months ago, though. So now that he knows, like, oh wait, that was 2 months ago, okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then he made a move to be able to like take his
Yeah.
queen out to a nice fancy dinner. But I thought it was funny when Nina was like, "You just mad because your man don't take you out nowhere,"
Right,
and
right,
and the
He's like,
whole
I
time
heard
Dad
you.
was
right.
Stop it.
Oh man.
Stop it.
Jennifer is saying she said she took herself out of the dating scene, had too many men tell her that I could only be their friend because of my weight. Yeah, they weren't the right ones then.
Mhm. Exactly. And
No.
the thing is that like your weight has nothing to do with like your soul
Right.
and like your heart and all of that.
Hmm.
But also, your weight has nothing to do or does not change your beauty. And
Right.
so it's like if you are
Yeah.
running into men who are saying that, they're just the wrong men,
They
because
Right.
there
definitely
are men out there who will gladly hold on to a roll, okay? Who will
right.
gladly
Yeah.
like put a handful of fat in their hand
Right.
and think
Say I
that
want
somehow
something to
they
hold
will
on
kiss
to.
all of it, okay? Like they are out there. But sometimes, especially if you are like, depending upon like your location and what, like if you're on a dating app or if you're out and about, like it definitely changes the dynamic, and it like makes it it can feel like, oh, there's no one here, but it just means that there's no one that you have swiped on that you are interested in that is on the app at that moment.
Right.
Because as soon as you got off the app, there could have been somebody who was with it. So
Right.
it's
Hmm.
just a matter of like sometimes to take you can take yourself off the apps. Like my philosophy is honestly don't be on the apps in the holiday time, because you don't want to get those ones who are just looking for a warm place
Right.
on
Right.
a cold night
Right.
and not really looking for what you're, unless you're just looking for some action,
Right.
then like by all means. But like if
Hmm.
not, then like I do feel like in my mind there's this thought process that like people are a little more willing to fake the funk
Mm.
when it's cold outside. Like I need you to be about me winter, summer,
Right.
spring, and fall.
Regardless.
Okay, like it needs to be.
I know
So
that's right.
but like go outside, do the things that you love, and like look to see what men are out there too, so that you're not just like looking at an app and then you're like somewhere where you have an interest in something that they have an interest in too, and then you're like able to like spark a conversation about your mutual interests.
Yeah.
Because like it can be tiring on an app, because like just like you're swiping on people, like they're swiping too,
Hmm.
and then it's like people are just looking at what they see, and like you don't get a chance to get to know anyone. And so go out and about in the world.
That's true. Because you're not going to find anybody, if you close yourself off too. Um, so that's another thing with Nina. She's out and about, and so she's meeting people because she's out. Now I
Yes.
and JB, that is so true. And don't fall for the "I love you" just so you think you can sleep with them. That too. But
Exactly.
or I'm going off
Exactly.
to war. Remember that was that war something.
Wait, no.
Remember they used to say that back in the
No.
you see that in movies. I'm
Yeah,
going
all
off
the
the
time. You
water. I'm
see
going off the
that.
water tomorrow. You got oh, you're right.
A mess.
That is
But
Well,
another thing that stood out too is um, when Nina was at the. I don't know if they were at the conference, but she was with a group of other uh, content creators, models,
mm-hmm.
and she heard them while she was in the bathroom
Yeah.
stall, and they were basically saying these plus size models are taking, like
Mm-hmm.
she's the reason that they are not
Not
getting the
working.
jobs and they're real models because they are a size 2 or whatever. Um,
yeah.
and I also like the way that she handled that because that could have just broke her.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, but she basically put them in their place, and I just loved her personality and her spirit.
Because it didn't matter, men, women, whoever. Like if you come at her, she gonna come right back. Because it's like, especially when you're saying things that just are untrue, but
Mhm.
like just to make yourself feel better. And
Right,
so
Right.
she other people didn't, her self-esteem wasn't built on other people's opinions.
right, right.
it
Never.
was it was built and molded in childhood, and it was stoked and grew
Mhm.
within. And that's how we all should be. Other people's words should not make you feel less about yourself. That doesn't mean it doesn't hurt your feelings that
Right.
somebody would say something rude to you or hurtful
Right.
to you, but it should not make you look at yourself and view yourself any differently. Like you should
Mhm.
know, like, oh no, I'm a bad bitch. Like what you I don't
Yeah.
know what they're talking about. I don't know why they would say that to me. That was mean and hurtful. But like it never takes away from like that internal feeling of like, no, it's untrue, obviously, but why did they say that?
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
then they were supposed to be, well, they weren't friends, but they were internet friends. So she thought
Right.
that, she thought that she could trust them, and they were hanging out while they were together.
Mhm.
And then to hear
Thought they
them
were
talk about,
cool.
yeah, so. mm, mm, mm.
And that's the thing, how people will be, there's some people who will be your friend until you get an opportunity that they feel
Yes,
like
yes,
they should have gotten, until you surpass what they feel like you should do. Like
Right.
they were all for and all in support of her and the other like fat women who were in the space, but as soon as an opportunity that they wanted went to her, then it was like,
Yeah. That's all.
y'all see what JP, she said that whole thing with the war. Oh, man. That was what they got him all this
They
every
got
time. I'm going to war. Oh man.
that is funny.
But I really, really enjoyed this, and
thank
um,
you.
I felt like I in okay. I'm trying to remember the book that we talked about the last time you were on, because even with that, it felt like I was getting a
Back, back, back
well, a
ticket
glimpse of the
pass. Yeah.
the world.
Yeah.
That in that one it was like love and marriage type thing.
Mhm.
um, remember Danielle, it was what's the name of it? Where they were
What happened?
meeting. It was a reality show, but they were meeting their.
Oh,
Insta love.
Is that,
Insta
yeah.
love.
Insta
So
love.
even with that one, I feel like I was getting a glimpse, but in this one, I feel like I was getting a glimpse into the world of like the content creators that have these, hundreds
Mm-hmm.
of
The
thousands of
brand
followers.
deals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes me so happy. Thank you.
So yeah, so I really really enjoyed that aspect of it too.
Especially with
Um,
the fashion show.
yes.
'Cause it kind of felt like I was there. And I,
Right.
you
Yes.
know,
It, for me, it was the entire thing. She did a
it was a
great
whole
job.
thing. You know?
Now, did you do any research as far as following any of these the ones that have like a 500,000 and all this? Um,
Mhm.
So I definitely did a lot of research. I don't follow a lot of like fashion. Like most of the people I follow on like TikTok are bookish people. But
mhm,
like I always will follow there are a couple of like plus size fashion like people who do like
mhm.
styling, only because it's like there are some things that you see on the model on online in the store, and it's like, okay, they don't got a roll on their body. I don't know how that's gonna look on me.
Right,
Like,
that's true.
where's somebody with a stomach like the, okay, yes, if she's extra large, sure, but she's a smooth extra large. Let me see it with like some extra meat. So like I like watching like the fashion influencers on TikTok and stuff when they're trying on different things. Like I'll like
Mhm.
stop and I'm like, ah yes, okay. I do see like how that would look. I like it. Let me I can go back to the
Right.
to the store and get that. But I feel like they do such a service because like the fashion industry definitely has a type when they are
Definitely.
like
Yeah.
putting these like bigger clothes on bigger bodies. The
Mhm.
bigger bodies that they're choosing are a certain shape. And
True.
so which, all well and good, but it makes it difficult for people who aren't that shape to know how the clothes are going to lay on their body. So I love seeing those women do that work. And so to make Nina one of them, it was like there's so there's so many little things that people don't take into consideration that are like helpful and valuable. And that is one of those things that like one might not think about off the top of your head, but then it's like, oh, well, if I wanted to know how something fits, I look up certain things. I feel like when there's content creators that are like right now, I'm like I went to a place where I had to look up, all right, is black women in this area in this country. When I went to Aruba, it was like black women experiences in Aruba. And it's like there are certain things that when you have when you create content, you are doing such a service. So whether it's fashion, whether it's travel, whether it's books, when you
Hmm.
are putting your thoughts and feelings out there, when you are reviewing, when you are telling about your experience with it, it is such a service to
Right.
those who are going to consume those things. And
Right.
so I love all of the content creators because it's just like you're able to because your experience, like let's say you loved a book or you didn't like a book, and then I read it and I liked it. I i know like, okay, like we didn't see the same thing in that
Right.
book,
Right.
but I'm able to like know if you're like, oh, like this part I didn't like it because of this part right here. That might have been
Mhm.
something that I read it and it didn't click to me in that way, and
Right.
then it's like, oh, I didn't even think about that. And so there's just so much value in
Hmm.
like in content creation and like and in sharing that with one another. And so to make Nina in that space, I took the way it makes me feel, depending upon whether it's books or travel or whatever,
Right.
and I wanted people to feel like that's how Nina felt about the work that she was doing. So even though it wasn't modeling in the traditional sense, modeling in the sense that her mom, because her mom was like,
Right.
"You are
Right.
so beautiful.
Right.
You could be a real model,
Yeah.
Right.
not
Right.
what you doing on that social media. You real beautiful. You need to be out in the magazines."
Right.
And
Right.
so like I wanted people to feel the pride that Nina felt in the work that she was doing because she
Hmm.
knew that she was helping people. And for
Right.
those of you who do the same thing, I hope that you felt yourself in that, but also felt appreciated in that because it is appreciated.
It is. And um when you were saying that about the different ones that you follow, it's same with me when I'm, because when you're looking for a certain thing and you want to know how it affects, like you said, black women who travel to Aruba, if you happen to be, that insight as far as their experience is something that is valuable to you as a black woman about to travel to this country that you didn't your first time going to. Um,
Absolutely.
so things like that. But I really, really, really enjoyed the book. And you know who I was picturing for Nina was what's her name? Beverly Johnson's daughter, the one who's married to the basketball player who has the what's her name? Matt Barnes, I think, is who she's married to.
I don't know this person.
Yeah, you have to look her up. She's and she's a plus
Ananza
size. She's a plus
Sims.
size model.
Is that
Huh?
her name?
What?
Ananza Sims.
Yeah, Beverly
Oh, I
Johnson,
love it.
the model Beverly Johnson's daughter. Yeah,
Mhm.
and she's a plus size model.
I can see that. I see
Hmm.
it.
Oh, I love that so much.
Yep, and that's what I kept picturing. Yep. Um,
Yes.
but yeah, so Great job as usual. Really, really.
Thank you.
Only one of yours I haven't picked up yet, and I told you this on the last time. You were like, just because of the title, Broken Clocks. It just like it's gonna be too heavy for me, so
Can't.
I still haven't tried it yet. But
Try it. Try it. But I will
We
say,
said we were gonna read it. We
I'm
said
yeah,
going
we
to
did say
have
we did.
a special edition. The special edition is going to be back available for pre-order at the end of toward the end of December.
okay.
And the special edition, it softens the blow. That's what I'll say. So like if you were to read it, then maybe that would be the version that
Okay.
you would want to.
Okay.
There's an extra scene added that I feel like will help. But
Okay.
but
Oh man.
but like when you're ready, read it and then come back
Okay.
and chat with me, like when we can talk about any feelings that have come up. But like I'm very very proud of that story too. Like I honestly I'm proud of all of my stories. I love all of them. It's just that like I don't have the money that like a traditional publishing house has.
Hmm.
So 50 plus of my books were tr- independently published by
Right.
me. And so I I hope that people like, but it's still me, it's still the same writing, it's still like my work. I just don't have a marketing budget. I can't get myself in stores. I can't get in front of a. So I feel like while the Curve series is getting attention now because it's the newest thing that
Right.
I've done, I feel like there are so many books that I've written that I love that have the same heart and the same passion and the same great storylines that like I want you all to connect to. Broken Clocks though is romantic fiction, and so I'll say that it's not romance, it's romantic fiction. And so
Jennifer actually just read it
She did.
recently, and she told me to go ahead. She's in it now. Go ahead and read it. She said she's glad that she did. She said she had
thank
her
you.
Kleenex though, but she was glad.
She did.
Thank you
And
for
Sherelle said,
reading.
wait a minute, Sherelle said she hasn't ventured into Broken Clocks either, just because she's not ready yet.
We found our
But
tribe.
Maybe we
y'all
can
get
all do it
together.
together. We gonna do
Read it
the second edition.
together. Yes, read it together. I will let y'all know when it's up for pre-order. Read
Okay.
it together, and then definitely just read the the special edition, and then read that one. And then I feel like you'll feel all your feelings, but it'll be better. You
Okay.
got this. I believe
Okay.
in
I
y'all.
got it. I
I
got it. I
believe.
know. But I will reach out once I do it, and then yeah, so and let you know. But
We can have a whole session about it.
yes.
Like I feel like we can debrief. And so
Oh man, it sounds good. But I want to thank you so much for coming back on the show, and it was a
course.
pleasure having you on, even with all the technical stuff. I enjoyed it.
Listen,
Yeah,
thank y'all for bearing with me. I feel like this internet was trying to it was trying
It
to
was
go
trying.
against me. But like we made it
That's
through. So
right.
we
That's
weren't gonna
right.
let it win. And so it gave up trying.
Right.
So
Right.
now it's just like, all right, I
right.
guess I'm gonna just let them talk.
Jennifer is saying sweatpants season. I guess that's her.
Oh yeah.
Yay.
Well,
That was
Thank
it.
you.
Mhm.
wishing you all the best with your new book. JB is saying.
Thank you so much. Please pre-order Big Girl Blitz. I think the way they determine if stores how many copies stores are getting, or they are basing it off of pre-orders now,
Oh, really?
and they're
Okay.
like, oh, there must not be that much interest in this if it isn't a lot of pre-orders or something. But so if you can pre-order it, please do. Big Girl Blitz comes out April 14th, 2026. That is
Okay.
Jasmine's story. Jasmine is having a completely different summer. So like whereas Nina's book was fun and sexy, Aaliyah's story was funny and stressful.
Right.
It was.
Jasmine, her summer was sad. She was having a sad girl summer. She was going through it, but
And we
like there
kind of
was,
got that feeling,
Yeah, I
yeah,
got that
and yeah.
vibe.
and
Mhm.
that's what I said
Got
when
it.
the first draft came back, and they were like, this one's this one's very sad." I was like, I said that from the beginning. Like, I feel like the readers are not expecting Jasmine to have a fun filled summer. Like, there's no
Yeah,
way
No,
from the
yeah, we didn't
context
feel that in
clues.
yeah,
I
Like,
just
get
the
it.
little
yeah,
glimpses you gave us, yeah.
right now that she have a little more fun, as the fall comes into play. Yes, but her summer was not. She won't answer on the phone for her best
Right,
friends.
right.
She won't talking a lot. Like, she was going through it. So you get to see what
Mhm.
her summer was like, and then also how things play out for her. And
I
so,
can't wait. I can't wait. And then we're
yeah.
going to have you back when her story comes out.
Yes, I would love to.
All righty. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
Thank you, y'all too. I appreciate
Yes,
y'all.
ma'am. Thank you.
All right.
Bye.
Good evening. All right, everybody. We're going to get into our second segment, and we have a treat for you tonight. Um, we have a guest coming on to give us her bookshelf recs, and let me bring her on. Our special guest this evening is Hi Time.
Hi.
I love it. I love the Santa hat. I love it. Love it.
Yes, December 1st. It's time. It's
Yes. Wait a
time.
minute. I just
Me.
got finished reading your book, Cocoa Kisses.
Oh, yay.
That's a beautiful
Because
cover,
we're
by
doing
the way.
we're doing the Christmas challenge in the group.
Yes.
And I
Yes, yes.
really enjoyed it, but for some reason it would not let me leave a review. I tried it three
Oh,
times on Amazon, so I'm
I've,
gonna put it
I've been
on
having
Goodreads.
that.
I'm gonna put it on Goodreads.
I've been having that. People have been telling me that, and
Yeah, I
I
don't know
get
what's
a
going
lot on
on.
Goodreads, but it doesn't translate to Amazon
Hmm.
for whatever reason. But look. I'm just glad that you read it and that you
Yes, I
enjoyed it.
did, and I enjoyed it. And I'm currently almost done with Zuri's story, and I'm really
Yay.
enjoying that.
Thank
Really,
you.
really enjoying it.
Okay. I appreciate that. I appreciate it. Hey, everybody. Yes, I'm glad to be here. Already Christmas. I've been in Christmas since October, so I get
girl.
Look, I'm like that too because I started watching the movies back in October. Well, I was
it.
watching that and Halloween and stuff.
All over the place.
Yes.
All over the place.
Oh man.
Yes,
I love it. I love it. I
yes,
love it.
Oh man. But okay, wait a
yes.
minute. We have some comments that look like I missed. Katina,
Yeah.
did you see
People saying Merry Christmas.
oh, okay. For some reason mine wasn't going down.
Oh, the chat.
Yeah. Okay, so now not last week, but the week before last, Ty was on the show and we talked about This Side of Beautiful, and we ran out of time where I wasn't able to get her bookshelf recommendations. So I invited her back during this segment to give us her recommendations as far as books that she's liked and stood out to her.
Yes, thank
Um,
you. Oh, I'm sorry.
no, so you can go ahead whenever you're ready.
Yeah, thank you for having me back. I had forgotten that I didn't do it until you reminded me at the end.
Right.
And the thing is as people may or may not know, I used to read a book a day until I became a writer myself. Now, very lucky if I read 2 or 3 books a year. It's very hard because any free time I have, I'm writing, and I do miss reading. I really do.
Hmm.
And I got so many writer friends that I want to read all their books. And like Danielle, who
Right.
just went off, like it's like I got 2 or 3 of her books I need to sit down and read. So it's just like, oh my God, like I don't know. But so my
I love
books,
it when authors can still read and find time to read because it's a mix. Some of
I
the authors that come on, they say they still read
some
regularly.
people can like
Hmm.
my friend Cassie, she reads like I can't and I work full time too. So maybe
Oh
if I
yeah, so it's a lot. Yeah,
writing full time, I mean, I could, but between work and family and life, no.
too
Yeah.
much, not enough
Look,
hours.
becomes really hard. And the books I have are 3 different books. One
Now,
is
do you have the print copies? If not, I have the books to show the cover. Let me
okay. No, the only one I have is 40 Blooms, and even I don't have it's on my shelf. I'm looking like I should have brought it with me. Um,
Okay, which one you gonna start with?
I'll start with 40 Blooms just
Okay.
because when 40 Blooms, that is more current, most recent read of mine that I truly enjoy. It took me a while to read, not because it wasn't good, but just because it was a process. This was by Jacinta
Mhm.
Howard.
And you
Uh,
know that was my pick too for our book club meeting. You joined us for a
oh
minute
yeah, I
during the
joined in
class.
because I read. Because look, I can't join in too many book clubs because I haven't read it. So when I started, so I said, "Oh, I could be a part of that one." And I love book clubs. I absolutely love book clubs.
And I absolutely loved it too.
Yes, and used to have one again before I started writing. Used to have a book club, so some things I had to give up in order to write. But I absolutely love when 40 Blooms. Just thought it was just this smooth love story, cozy, just about second chance romance. I
Right.
think Jacinta did a wonderful job in making you feel these characters. Oh,
Yeah,
I'm laughing.
she really did. I enjoyed it so much.
She says she likes to open a bookstore. Yes, like we book related, but now we can't read. Like we're doing
Right,
stuff book
right.
related, but cannot. Um, and then this is like probably my favorite of all time outside of the autobiography of Malcolm X. It is called Blues Dancing um, by Diane McKinney Whetstone. And I did have a copy of it, but that book I got like years ago when it first came out. And I think honestly it inspired my blues series. It's just
Oh,
something
really?
about,
Okay.
even though that was way back when I read that book, it's
Hmm.
it's very jazzy, bluesy. It's very emotional read because it basically is about a second chance romance with a woman who in college was a heroin addict. And she
Oh,
became
oh,
one because she was so in love with her boyfriend. She did what she wanted to be just like, wanted to be immersed with him. And he was a drug addict. And it showed how deep their love was that she wanted to feel what he felt.
oh
But
my
now
gosh.
it's a very, and then we jump ahead with the present time is 20 years later and they run into each other again. They both clean and sober. And it's kind of like,
Hmm.
can you have a love? Can they have a love now that both of them are sober?
Right.
And will that addiction, are they triggering each other now that they're back
Mhm.
again?
Mhm.
Um, but I can't explain why I love this book. But if you like anything by Diane McKinney Whetstone, she just has a way of words. She hasn't written books in a while, long time, but she was one of my favorite authors for a very long time.
I'm gonna have to check this out. Even though it seemed kind of angsty, so I'm gonna have to be in the right frame of mind.
You do have to be in the right frame of mind. No ifs, ands, and buts. This is not a cozy read, but it is
Right, right.
a love story. It is a deep love story, but
Yeah.
it is definitely yeah.
I know, but I'm looking.
Not for the faint of heart, for real.
It is
Yeah, that's he's got
not,
like 4.5
it's not
stars.
for the faint of heart, but you will have, it's one of those books I used in my book club, and we laughed and talked about it because it's one of those books that
Mhm.
has a lot of things in it. And then my other one, okay, I know y'all probably think this girl dark, but it's, it's called A
When I
Darkest
looked at
Child.
yeah, when I saw the cover, I'm like, okay.
Wait,
Darkest Child.
what?
By Dolores Phillips. It's the only book she's ever written. So as an author, it made me sad. She had started writing the second one and she passed. Like she waited,
Oh no,
her
okay.
whole life,
No.
her whole life to write this book. She wrote it older. And I don't. I was the darkest child in my family, so I think just the title itself resonated with me and what it
Mhm.
means to be, darker skin when you living in like New Orleans or a place, deep South where when your family's light skin is right and dark not so much.
Right, right.
So that pulled to me that did the title, and then I started reading it. Now that's definitely a heavy read. This is like
I kind of got that sense when and I have heard of this book before.
yes.
Um, but what
Audio. You might want to do audio so you can kind of just while you riding or something.
right, right.
Although I have both. I have the book and I gifted it to my father and I was on how he would and he absolutely loved it because it takes place in the 50s and 60s. So for him
Okay.
it reminded him of some of his childhood growing up. But
Oh.
I I don't know. It is yeah. So yes, forgive me. Trust me, I do like easy and light romance too.
But you know what? It's something that I think a lot of us can relate to because you do see that in a lot in some families. Because I know a family that's a friend of our family where colorism was a big thing in their family. So that's what this is reminding me of just from your description of it.
Yes,
I think a
yes,
lot of
yes,
people
yes.
probably can relate to it.
Yeah, so don't, yeah, so do not think that my books can be, of course, can be deep and emotional, but they also light and cozy. But yeah, so this is more like a January read. It's like in between the fuzzies of Christmas and Valentine's.
Right, right.
this this book would be a January read where you like it just makes you think. It makes you feel all kind of emotions. It is very deep it's definitely a lot of triggers in the book. But whatever reason, I absolutely fell in love with this book.
Okay. Well,
Yes.
yeah. So I'm gonna have to be in the right for both two of the ones that you, the only one that that I
Oh,
already
look.
read, but that is
40
41.
books.
But
Yes. I'm
I-
quickly trying to come through my head like something I can give y'all that y'all be like, oh, I can read that. It's light.
That's
yeah,
some
I'm
kind
definitely
of
going to
books
wait
that,
for those two to till I'm in
yeah.
the right frame of mind for those.
You know what? Read it while you're reading something else. So
And
that
you just heard us talking
True.
to Danielle about her. I still haven't picked up her broken clocks because
I did, I heard, and I was laughing because people are scared of This Side of Beautiful for that same reason. There are people like, I can't read that yet. And I'm like, you'll be fine. They're like, not yet.
yeah, I'm like, and then I'm like, when? Because I think I read a series years ago called Scarred, and
Mm.
man, that was an apt title for. I mean, all throughout it was just trauma, 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 and I think it scarred me because now if I see a title that has any kind of thing like that, I'm like,
Yes,
I'm gonna have to stay away.
yes. I mean, I just started reading the Dating Prohibition, so I'm thinking that it's starting off, light. So by Taj McCoy. So I'm thinking, you know, I might be able to, come back with that. No, I didn't realize how dark mine was. I had to explain it. Then I'm like, wait.
Right, right, right.
Wait a minute.
Oh man.
I swear to
But
you, I am generally happy in light, but
oh man.
The
But
yes,
you
disclaimer.
just like the deep books.
it is like, and I don't mean to. It's like what catches me, and then I'll just continue reading, and I can't stop. And that's
Mm-hmm.
and it takes, like I said, it takes me a while now to get through a book, and it is not that it's not God. I have books now. I'm trying to get through it besides mine.
Right.
So yes.
Yeah.
So I appreciate y'all having me back, and and I hope your readers do read those, and I would love
Yes,
to
so
hear.
everybody right.
I mean, you gotta
Look
probably
like
wait.
Jennifer read what she said.
Yeah,
I
she
don't know
did.
what she's talking about when she said one
I
that was.
think she read
She read the
Blues
blues
Dancing.
dancing,
I
I
think
think.
Blues Dancing. I
Oh,
think
okay,
that's what
okay.
she read.
Blues
Yeah.
dancing.
And that one actually seemed like if I did pick, I probably
Yeah.
would start with that one maybe.
It is a love story. It is a straight love story. Whereas Darkest Child, even though there is a relationship in it, it's definitely a woman's fiction. It is,
Mm-hmm.
with a hint of romance. Whereas the whole premise of Blues Dancing is their love for each other, and if it's the healthy love. But
Yeah.
yes, it is an angsty, deep love story. And now I'm sitting here like, okay, now y'all probably think I'm gonna slip my wrist. No, but I'm fine.
We right now we in the festive mood with the Christmas
Yes,
books.
we're in the happy holiday mode. So I will tell y'all, if y'all want to read something fun, read the series that I was a part of when I got Seven Peppermint Kisses, The Bays of Christmas. There you go. That
Oh
is
yeah, oh yeah. I
like,
can't remember if I read that one already yet. Actually, but
yes, the whole series that
yeah.
we did with Sherelle Green and El Ray
Yeah.
is all light and fluffy Christmas.
But yeah, I love Cocoa Kisses though, and I love the cover. I love the covers you've been doing
Beautiful.
lately. But like,
Thank you.
but I still love Rips and Refrains cover.
Yay, thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so the
Yes.
cover's been drawing me. Even aside from you know, it being one of yours that I know I'm gonna love. And we still gonna read the book for is it Forbidden? That's on the list too.
Y'all didn't got to be scared of that one now. That one
I
is
said,
not.
but you know, just the whole premise of the.
Oh
I
yes,
told
it's
you
a
this
love
years
triangle
ago
between
with
brothers.
with the brushing with the
I
brother,
mean, you
but I
know,
know it's more to it than that, so I'm gonna dive into
it is. It is. It is a yeah.
it.
Either it's one of those you either love or hate. That's just all I can
Mhm.
say on that. Either I have people that's their favorite book to this day, and then there are people
Yeah,
like, oh,
because
there's some
Jennifer
selfish
told me
people.
about it a long time ago,
Yeah.
and then when I read, I'm like, I don't know. And then I had mentioned it to you too, but I said back then I was going, you know, I
Right,
was gonna check
just
it
my most popular audiobook, that series. So
out. Okay,
that's and I which I didn't. Well, no, I did expect that because I just felt like people didn't give Forbidden a chance because of the nature of the
right,
story.
right.
I like to, I just like to play around with see what people
And it
think.
happens. Hey, it happens. So,
And
um,
it does happen.
maybe I'll check the audio out. 'Cause I remember you were saying that the audio was very good. You
Yeah,
said, yeah,
yes, it's a very good audio, very
okay.
very good.
It's on
So,
sale too.
oh, is it okay?
86% off.
Yes,
Crazy.
yes, yes,
Sounds
yes.
good.
And the whole
Sounds
is yes,
good.
yes. You can focus on this the trilogy itself, even though I have a prequel and I guess a sequel, but the actual trilogy you
Okay.
can focus on those three, and you can go back if you want to and find out what happens afterwards and what happened before. But
Okay.
yes,
Okay. I'm definitely
yes,
gonna reach out to you once I read. Once I
yes.
read.
Can I ask y'all what would y'all recommend me to read?
Um, what do you like? What kind of stuff do you like? Because you know, I read everything. I read historical.
Yes, I will say I do read romance, but I love like thrillers. I love mysteries.
Good stuff.
Oh, I
Again,
love mysteries too. I just read. I just
I
did a
have
highlight on
the
the mystery.
time that I would like, but what I do is I keep a list, and so I eventually, like I'm gonna get to this. This is next on my
Right.
list. But I do
Mhm.
love romances, so if there's a romance you like, add to your growing list.
Hmm.
Yes.
I just did a highlight on. It's a white author's. And I read it I think 2 years ago. Um, and it's called. Remember, Katina, when I did this one, what was it called? Um, what you did by Claire McGowan. She's the
Ah,
Irish. She's the Irish
yeah.
lady, and it's a suspense, women's fiction thriller suspense.
What you did,
What you did, and then it's by Claire McGowan, and it's
Claire?
basically about six university friends who get together after 20 years,
Uh,
and the main character Allie hosts her and her husband host them for the weekend,
I remember that.
and during the night, some of them go off to bed, some of them stay up and they're drinking and smoking weed or whatever. And the next day, her best friend comes and she looks disheveled and she tells Allie that her husband raped her the night before.
oh wow. Ooh,
So it's
that sounds
all
good.
about what happens with Allie, and I think she just did a great job of showing just the despair and like what do you do in that situation if
Oh,
you
I
do
like
you
that's
yeah,
okay. That
it was
sounds
very very good.
very. That sounds very good.
And
Okay.
so the mystery, just trying to figure out what actually happened that night.
Yeah. No, I like that. Growing up, I used to try to get in. I used to read Agatha Christie and try to solve the mysteries. I never did, but I would when I hear it, I'm gonna solve it. I don't think I ever did.
But it still stands out. It still sticks with me to this to
Hmm.
this to this day. It was really really good.
Yes, 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 yes.
So that's a
That's
good
a
one
good
for you.
one.
No, I got it.
Katina, you have any suggestions?
So many. The only one I could think of is if you haven't, what is it? Joan, what is it? It's not suspense. Joan Vassar's
Oh,
The Blight
the one
series.
ignite.
no, Bittersweet. Is that what it's
Oh, you talking about her
Bittersweet.
male
the two parter. Um Darn it.
Bittersweet is the triangle.
Bittersweet, right, is the triangle. But the first one was
The first one is male.
if you're into
we something.
If I'm into what?
I
If
guess
you're in, if
male.
Oh no, I love stories regardless. I don't
No,
mind.
that's what that is.
I do not. Yeah,
It's a love story.
no. I keep hearing. I keep hearing.
well, you know, anything that Joan write is
Yes, I'm saying. I
one of
always hear. I always
one of
hear
my
good
favorites.
stories.
But
Always
if you
hear
like
good stuff.
historical too, you need to check out the
It's
Black
I do
Series.
historical.
like historical. I
It's
do.
very historical.
Oh, no, I
And
have no against because I'm the kind of person that's like, if we're gonna be a threesome, it got to be two men, not two women.
right,
So
right.
That's
And now
our
it is two men, and she she wrote that. But you know, back in the day, I used to read like the Menage. They used to come to the Menage books, and but this is more. I don't know if it would be considered because this one was more because both of the guys, and I don't see how. Okay, both of the guys are gay, I believe.
They are gay, yeah.
okay,
But
like Elon Harris,
they
like
love this woman, so
Right.
it's a very
oh,
unique take
Weird.
on.
Yes.
mm,
It works.
that sounds
But it works.
interesting. I'm like, okay. No, for real. I'm like, okay, I'm glad I asked you all. Like, both of them sounds like, no, I
Oh, the
love
first one is
you.
sweet honesty. That's the first.
Sweet honesty, yes.
Yep, and the
Okay.
second one is bittersweet.
It's bittersweet.
So just read bitter. That's you recommend that one, or should I read that one?
I actually
Okay,
like
go.
bittersweet the most. And I think it's just because the female was in the story.
Right. But I think
To be honest, I'm just being honest.
You
But
had
I
to see
still
yourself. You
love the other
had
one
to see
too.
yourself in the story somewhere. Gotcha.
Right.
No, I love it. No, I just love Elon Harris. That was shoot. That was.
Oh,
That had me so paranoid. I'm like, Elon Harris had you looking at everybody suspect. I'm
This
like,
is true. This is
I'm like,
true.
wait,
You like,
I
wait a
read
minute.
this.
You don't like to fix nothing. You don't like to fix nothing. So
So yeah, I'm like,
oh,
that was
but yeah,
good.
those are some good ones because you will love
Really good.
bittersweet and the other one.
I'm like, yeah, I have to find some time to read. And Sherelle, who I don't know if she's still on or not, but her bookstore has a book club, and I tried to join and be there monthly, and
I
I'm
know.
gonna try again. I'm gonna try again.
Just keep on trying.
Because her
Yeah,
book clubs are so fun. Like she makes it. She adds, she tries to pull out images from the book so you like live in it. So it's fun.
okay.
Yes.
You didn't tell me that,
Thought-
Sherelle.
She put some thought into her book clubs. Like you're sitting there like, wow, now I'm, she went, if you read a book about a fireman, you go to the fire station, so
Okay.
she did this side of beautiful. She had a guitarist, a real guitarist with it, had on like Landon playing in the background. I'm like, what the?
I love that. I'm gonna have to ask her about that.
Yeah, she does a very good job. So
Love it.
yes.
Well, I want to thank you for coming on. On the spur of the moment, I appreciate it.
I appreciate it. I'm glad I could.
But I wanted everybody to get your picks because we do check them out. When the authors put them on there. So
and
yes,
I promise you won't think different of me after you read it, okay?
All right. I promise. Promise.
Yes. Thank y'all, ladies. Thank y'all for what y'all do and continue.
Thank you. And I'll be in touch. Like I said, once I read Forbidden, and then I'm almost done with Zuri's book, and then I'm gonna delve into the second book in Riff and Refrains.
Oh, my resonance.
I think I'm gonna listen to that one because I remember you were saying too.
Oh no, it's really good. The audio for that is really, really good. Yes.
So I'll listen to that one.
Yes.
All right.
Y'all.
All right. Have a good one.
All right. You too. Happy holidays.
You too.
Same. Yeah.
All right. So we are going to get into our highlights real fast. Let me see.
That's book 2 is Resonant Solace.
Mm-hmm.
You said okay.
Yep. And because I was trying to decide between that one and This Side of Beautiful when we had our discussion, but because This Side of Beautiful seemed like it was a little different for her, I said let's do that one. But Okay, so which one you want to go first? You want me to go first? Let me get my notes.
I can go first because I have a little shorty, so I know.
Okay.
Well, you know what the Christmas.
Right. And I, at first I didn't recognize that it was one, and then I
Oh
noticed, I'm
no.
like, oh yeah, that is one of the and then I noticed that you had I saw your comments about the book when in the in the
Yeah.
on the event page.
Here for the drama. Here for all the
Um,
drama. Yeah,
where is it? Wait a minute.
this bad boy. This and it was only 147 pages. Um, and I've never read this author before, but she has a big catalog.
How did you find it? How you find out about this book?
Kid you not. We were like the challenge. I do the challenge for Christmas, and sometimes on TikTok they have people that these are the recommendations for books that you could read. So I just went to like Christmas books by Black authors. I just
Oh
typed
yeah, I
that.
did that too. Yep.
Yeah, and I looked at people's videos, and they were like, "You should try this and this and this." And I paused. I said, "Oh, I'm gonna do that one," and then, "Oh, I'm gonna do that one." So that's how I came up with this one. It was kind of a random, a random thing, and I'm glad I did it because I like her writing and everything, and it was really cool.
Yeah, because
Most of it.
that's how I did too. Because I wanted to find some of the newer, some of the some books I hadn't read,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
and so that I found some too. And then I had to make sure they were the right length.
Yes, because some of them were a
But
little
some were too
too
short, like
short.
50 pages. I'm like, wait a minute, that's not much
Yeah.
of a challenge. We make our 50, our 12 in the
Yeah, I said no, bro. And then it was like the other side. It was like 300 pages. I said, no, that's no.
Because wait a minute, why did I have one and I like the synopsis? But then when I looked at the page count, 457
Oh,
pages, and I'll read a long book, but for a Christmas book, I'm like, and I'm probably doing a challenge. I have to read that outside of the challenge.
yeah, that's not a challenge. Yes,
I'm like, I
but
can't
this
see it being
is
no 400 pages, over 400
no.
pages.
You're gonna be the only one that didn't finish.
Right?
But this
Yeah.
bad boy is what is it? Being Gangster's Gift for the Holidays, North and Nico, and it's by Deirdre B. It's the first time reading her. This is urban fiction. So I'm just going to read the synopsis real quick.
Okay.
Um, Kind-hearted, angelic, stunningly beautiful, and with a divine spirit, North Bell is a single mother whose sole focus is to provide a loving home and stable life for her child. Her yearly goal is to create a wonderful Christmas experience for her daughter, but life happens and struggles keep struggling hard. Without much familial support and help, North works two jobs to furnish a decent living, and it's still not enough until one wintry night and one nosy child changes it all. Unbeknownst to North, her life is about to take an unexpected turn after one of her jobs lands her in the eyesight of the most prominent gangster in Chicago. Generous gangster, strikingly handsome, and with a protective nature, Nico Kane is a sanctioned gun dealer who loves his family and the people in his community. But don't get it twisted. He will handle business if need be. He doesn't
Okay.
mince words. A bona fide straight shooter. Even with the constant nagging from his mom, settling down is not in his future or frame of mind, or at least it wasn't. Will he give in to the temptation, or will he have the willpower to stay single and steadfast and strong? With money woes scorching north this festive season, getting her baby Christmas gifts would be hard to do until an unheralded angel steps in when triggering events make her reevaluate her life and how she moves. North is determined to rise up and become successful. This urban holiday story is wrapped in torment.
Mm.
Yes, torment, jealousy, and control as love weasels its way unexpectedly. So there are some triggers. There's some domestic abuse
Mm.
that goes on in here. But what I love about it is that there's like there's like a win. And then it's not just like, she goes through some things, some really hard things with her baby daddy. And it's hard for her to see like real love to take it in. And like with the with Nico, the male main character, he's not trying to find it. He's just, he's just being himself. He has a big heart and he does like to help people. So
Right.
that's kind of how this starts. And the funny part is that because she's a what do you call it? I guess not Uber Eats, I guess. She's
Okay, yeah.
kind of like that. And she because at her apartment her heat got turned off in December or something, and her baby girl, she was like, well, you can go upstairs with Star, her friend Star, while I go out and do my deliveries. But her girl, I mean, I love the way this little girl was written in. Sometimes kids can be different in stories, but this kid was almost a star of the show because she was
Okay.
just really amazing. Even in the hard parts, because she had to watch her mother being abused, and it was like, but she was good. She was like protective, and it was wild. But the way they meet him is like she delivers food to him. But when they get to the house and he has this big mansion and they live in this crap little apartment in the hood, and the little girl's like, wow, like you live here by yourself and all these things. And she's looking around. She's like, oh, wait, I have to pee. So and they got, and mom is like, what do you mean? No, we're not going to this man's house. We don't know him. And he was like, no, come on in. And they walk around the house. She's asking questions. What is this? And mom is like, please stop talking. But I
Well,
really,
Jennifer said she read it.
it's a good one. I wish, it was short. It got right to the point. It moved like it should have moved. All the feels, the highs, the lows. You felt everything. You got family.
Okay, well, let me ask you this before you say that.
Yeah.
Okay, I got all of that, but it's supposed to be a Christmas book. So did it give you
It's during the holiday.
did it give you the Christmas feel?
It did because that's how, when he was kind of giving to her, like one of the points in the book when about the baby daddy was supposed to like bring Christmas gifts over. So, but he was kind of like, I don't want you, but I don't want nobody else to want you,
Right,
type
right.
of thing. And she was over him. They weren't together, but he was still like, who is this and who you talking to, and blah blah blah. So it was still controlling. And he ended up, this Nico, the new guy, ended up buying her all the things this little girl wanted. And she was not ashamed to say what she wanted. And
Right.
she sort of, and he ended up buying mom something, her something. So when baby daddy comes and sees all the stuff in the house, he goes berserk. And she ends up in the hospital. So it's kind of like, the kid is there seeing all this craziness. But he has to come in and remind me of how Capone did when he handled, who was it?
Jelly, whatever his name is.
Yeah, he's just like, he's a problem, we'll take care of him. And she was like, no, he's my baby daddy. And
that sounds like Skylar.
Right. Don't do anything. And he was just like, nah, that's not me. But he was gentle with her, but he was firm in the streets because he had to be. Because, but it hit all the spots. You had to get through the rough spots to get to the good parts. And then you got to the celebration with the family for the holidays, and how he would make a joke about his mom was amazing. And she would cook at the drop of a dime for any old holiday, for every cousin, and everybody was there bringing dish, and she just,
Right.
It was a whole family thing. And that's something that the nor the female main character didn't have, because her mother was kind of really, she was really judgy. To the point where it was one point, I'll tell you, she had got her hair braided. You know, you just get your hair, you send it to the hair shop, got a baby's hair braided. And when she went to her mother's house, her mother called back and sent her a picture or something and was like, oh, I took all that fake hair out of her head. And she was like, are you kidding me?
Would have been running me my money.
You know how much money? And she's like, no, because you need to do better. I mean, it was, you feel everything with this book. And like I said, it was only 147 pages.
Oh yeah.
But it just, I was riding with this, and I, you know, Urban has kind of become.
I see Jennifer that got you.
Yeah.
Because I've been seeing the books that you've been showing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've been having some pretty good ones too that I've chosen, and the one I'm reading right now, I need to post it in the thing too. But the one I'm reading right now is really good too. But the one when you were saying that they had to go through some hard things, I read one like that too. I think it's Home for Christmas, something like that.
Okay.
But the one that with the real pretty book cover that I like. But yeah, so I've been having some good ones too. So I'm gonna check it out because you know, I love just from the way it reminds me of like a mafia book. So you know, I love mafia. Just from what you were saying about the guy. So I probably check it out.
Yeah, it was good though.
I can't wait to check it out. Okay, so mine is Jennifer. I wish I don't know if Antoinette is still on here, but let me see.
Antoinette.
Mine and I've talked about this one. I haven't talked about it as much in a while, but when I first read the series, I was telling everybody who would listen about it. And this is book 1, Love's Octagon by Mel Daw. And this is the Leota clan. I don't know if that's what it's actually called, but I always call them Leota clan. Leota family, and love this series, and everybody that I told about it, they love the series, and they actually went back and read her entire catalog. They've read more of her books than I have actually been able to read. So yeah, this was a jumping point for a lot of people into her work. But okay, so and I still need to have her on the show to talk about this. I've had her on, but we didn't talk about my favorite of hers. But I'm gonna have to have her on for that. Back for that. Okay, so it's 119 pages. This is book 1, and it was published in 2021, July 2021, and I read it in November of 2021. The genre is African American Black women's fiction, African American romance, but I don't know why they don't have this as the genre because it also is a sports romance. The book is available on Kindle Unlimited at the time of this broadcast. The synopsis is Fleming Marie Anderson just wants to have her son be loved, successful, and happy. She thought she had that in the bag when she moved from California to North Carolina, but life has a funny way of humbling you. After the decision of someone else affects everything in her life, she has to learn how to pick up the pieces and be okay for her and her baby boy. When a knight in African Polynesian armor comes to save her during a mommy meltdown, will he be able to save her from her broken heart as well? They say if you want to make God laugh, tell him your plans. Well, God is having a hearty laugh at Fleming, but like always, his promises are absolute. Will Fleming allow God to bless her cup until it overflows, or will the lid be placed on the cup prematurely? And then, so just from that, this is basically about a very close-knit family, large family. Is 12 siblings, and they are Black and Polynesian. And when I was reading it, I kept picturing The Rock because you know that's him too, Black and Polynesian. So I was picturing him for the guy. But my thoughts, I love the uniqueness of the family business, which is MMA, professional fighters, and they're actually very successful, and they've all won championships, won the belt. And in that world, they're like maybe the Michael Jordan of basketball. So in the MMA world, they're like that status.
Okay.
Um, and they're all well known, successful in that sports world. And they're all fierce when they're in the octagon. Okay. And I also like that they are, I already said that, I picture The Rock. And I love, as you all know, strong families. And this depicted definitely with the Leota family. Again, it's a lot of them, but they are there for each other, although they are not afraid to call each other out or fight, but
Okay.
have each other's backs as well. And the closeness of the family comes through in each book in the series. And I fell in love with the series. And actually, I started rereading it once I was deciding I was going to talk about this book. I ended up starting to reread it.
Okay.
Um, but it's so much. Now, this first book does have a lot of emotional stuff happen,
Okay.
and a traumatic moment happens in it. Um, but I love the way the main couple, the way he takes care of her, and
Mm-hmm.
the way she stands for him. And Fleming is no joke. She will throw them hands, man.
Oh,
Um, but yes,
okay.
it's very, very, very good. Yes, Jennifer, it was so good.
How many
And
books are in this series?
I think it's three
Wait a
because
minute.
there's three brothers there. That was it more than three, Jennifer? I think it was three. I can't remember if she did one on the sisters or not.
So I looked up
Is
the
is Love
printout of her
Octagon?
catalog. One, two, three. Love Octagon, The Last Fight,
Mm-hmm.
Gloves Off,
Mm-hmm.
Soul Fire,
Okay, so that might be the sister, one of the
um,
sisters.
A Mature Love, and Pieces of My Peace.
Yeah, so that she might, because I
Okay.
can't remember, but I think she may have done two of the sisters.
Okay.
But three of the brothers, well, it's a lot of brothers, but she only depicts three brothers as far as their own story. Um, and that's Love's Octagon, Last Fight, and Gloves Off. Um, and what I like too is that the brothers are, well, each brother is different, but
Okay.
she depicts them as they're flawed, but they're also very good guys. But it's going, like in one of the books, it's going to take some healing between him and the female character.
Okay.
Yeah, very,
And
very, very, very good.
so it seems like, and you said it's only 114 pages.
Yeah, they're all very, yep, they're all
Okay.
very short reads.
That's
And it
not
packs a punch for it to be so short, because I actually forgot that the page count was short, because when I started reading again, I'm like, dang, it was only 100 and some pages.
right, right, right.
It definitely packs a punch. So
So you
she's a,
said that first book was the one that reminded you of The Rock.
yeah, yeah.
The guy pictured it looks like,
Nothing like it, and actually the guy picture doesn't look like he's described in the book,
oh, I was
because
wondering.
he's more like this in the book.
Oh,
He's a
okay.
heavyweight, and that's not how that guy on the cover looks.
Yeah, he looks a little smaller than The Rock.
Oh yeah, Jennifer saying the sisters do have a book, so those are probably the
So it
sisters'
must be
book.
the sisters then.
Hmm.
Okay. So with Mel, because I read like two books from her, maybe,
Hmm.
like, and that started with Mega.
Right.
I guess where would you start?
You'll like this one better. Like, I ain't gonna say better, but you'll like this one as well, because
Okay.
you like strong families like I do.
Mhm.
Um, but I would say start with with Love's Octagon. I
Mhm.
would say read that, and then because that's where we all started. We all started with Leota Clan, and
The
then we
Leotas,
went through the
right?
rest of yeah, went back into the rest of the
Okay.
her catalog. But yeah, I think you'll really like it.
And the female characters are strong,
Yes, most
just as
definitely.
strong, right?
Most
So,
definitely. Fleming, man, she's a mama bear, so by her little baby.
okay, and probably don't take no mess
Right.
from him.
And
So,
let me see. Jennifer says she loved the tradition they did. Yes, they had like a ritual that they did, the brothers. Because
Uh-huh.
right now, because the guy, the Nas in this
Mhm.
book, he's retired from MMA, and so he's a businessman now.
Okay.
Um, but his two of his brothers are still fighting, and one, the youngest brother, he's in during this book, he's fighting in in another class. So he was welterweight, and now he's gonna be fighting heavyweight.
Oh
So the
wow.
brothers were there, and before he fought, they did a little ritual that they do before each fight.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So, and it's a
Okay.
Polynesian uh, ritual.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
just the
And
close.
that's a good catalog.
You just get the closeness of the family,
Yeah.
and then I love too. I love unique professions. So I had never read anything about professional MMA fighters.
No, no, no. This would be a first. So
Hmm.
that would be interesting. So you get a little glimpse
Hmm.
of how all that, you know.
Yeah, and especially on the level that they're on, because I never would have thought. I thought it was like a low level type sport,
Mm-hmm.
but from just reading their story, like I said, they're up there with like we would think of with basketball players and stuff.
Okay. I can see that.
Yeah, but it's just in a different sport, a different
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Um, Jennifer says she started with the beginning of her catalog.
Yeah. I mean, but they don't the Leota series doesn't like are they is it like other characters come in from other
Like,
parts, other
I
books?
don't think so.
Okay. All right. So that's I had to make sure.
And then these are not recent because she wrote these in 2021, so they've been out a while,
Yeah.
at least 4 years. Um, but yeah, you won't be disappointed. All of us, but man, I was telling everybody about this doggone series. Um, and they all read it and they all fell in love with it and started reading all her books. So
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
yeah,
mm-hmm.
at least like 8 people. So you will not be disappointed.
Okay.
But everybody, thank you so much for coming out. We went over our time today just because I wanted to make sure to include Ty in it. So because we forgot to do her bookshelf last time she was on. But thank you all so much for coming out, and I appreciate the support of the show. And next week we'll be on with Pat Simmons. That and Shavonna will be the co-host, and we'll be talking about her book, her Christmas book, Shopping for Christmas.
All right.
So I'm excited about that. And then the last book of the season, I mean the last show of the season will be on the 15th, where we'll be speaking again with Marley Ray, and Katina will be the co-host, and we'll be talking about 2 books. So make sure to tune in for that as well. All right, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your evening.